Marie Osmond is 66 years old now, and after a lifetime of performing under bright lights, raising 8 children, surviving losses that would have broken most people, and building one of the most enduring careers in American entertainment, she has finally decided to stop managing her image and start telling the truth. And one of the most tender truths she has chosen to share is about a young man named Andy Gibb, who dazzled the world and then quietly fell apart before anyone could reach him in time. Marie was born in 1959 in Ogden, Utah, the 8th of 9 children in the Osmond family, which was not simply a household, but a full-blown American institution, with her brothers already conquering pop music before she was old enough to understand what a record label was. When she was just 13 years old, she stepped out from that enormous shadow and released a country single called Paper Roses that shot straight to #1, making her one of the youngest female artists ever to reach the top of the country charts, and immediately announcing that she was not simply a supporting character in her family's story. But her private life was carrying enormous weight all along, including the devastating loss of her youngest son, Michael, to suicide in 2010, and years before that, her deeply personal struggle with postpartum depression, which she wrote about and discussed publicly at a time when no celebrity talked about such things, giving countless women the permission they needed to seek help they had been too ashamed to ask for. It was through all of this complexity that she also carried the memory of Andy Gibb, the youngest of the Gibb brothers, who entered her world in the late 1970s as a strikingly handsome, warm, and genuinely funny young man who understood exactly what it felt like to grow up famous because he was living it alongside her. She has described their connection as real and quiet and meaningful, built on a shared understanding of pressure and visibility that very few people around them could offer. And she remembers seeing behind his easy smile a sadness that he could not always name, a young man who felt things very deeply and did not always have the tools to carry what he was feeling. Andy died in March of 1988 at only 30 years old, and what Marie offers in speaking about him now is not a polished tribute or a cleaned-up version of his story, but something far more generous, a genuinely kind remembrance that says he was complicated and funny and frightened and wonderful, and that all of it deserves to be held with care. If this story moved you, please share it with someone who needs to hear it. Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and subscribe so you never miss the stories behind the people we thought we already knew.